Hey, welcome everybody. This is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and we are in New York. We're at Yankee Stadium. This is Saturday's game. I'm playing 2021 using APBA Baseball, and we're going to get started right away. Canha in center field leading off. Kemp at second base, batting second. Batting third is Olson, the first baseman. Moreland, the DH. Batting fifth is Chapman, the third baseman. Murphy, the catcher, is batting sixth. Batting seventh is Brown, the right fielder. The left fielder, Pinder, is in left, and he is batting eighth. And batting ninth is Elvis Andrus. The pitcher is Bassett. And Bassett, now these are all homebrew cards, by the way. And you can watch my other videos on how to do that. Grade B, pitcher YZ. Okay, that's how APBA system is very simple. An online dice roller for APBA, and I'm using the randomizer. Also, it's an error randomizer and the rare events randomizer as well. And I'm using this book from, I think it's about 2010. I like this book. It's small. It's easy to handle. I usually leave it runner on first base, and I can always go to runner on second. I can also go to bases empty and get an idea of what I'm looking at, what I need. All right, so let's get started. I went over the lineup for the A's, the lineup for the Yankees. LeMahieu at first base, leading off. Judge in right field, batting second. Batting third is Gary Sanchez. The DH is Stanton. Torres, the shortstop, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Urshela, amazing third baseman. Every time I watch a game, he's there with the web gem for me. Odor is the second baseman, batting seventh. Batting eighth is Frazier. The left field, the center fielder is Gardner, batting ninth. And pitching is going to be Germán. His name is Domingo Germán. And he is a C and a Z. We'll put that there. And Bassett is a BYZ. So BYZ. All right. And let's do this. And here is the pitch. Play ball, screams the umpire. And that's a 32, and that's bounced to the second baseman. Right there is Odor. Over to first, one down. So Canha bounces out, and up comes the left-handed hitter, Tony Kemp. He's an ex-Astro. Little breeze is kicking up. I'm outdoors today, so there may be certain elements that come into play here. Let's see, and this is going to be a 51, a 9, but Germán is a C, so that's going to be a pop-up to the right side. And we're gonna, in the first inning, we're gonna do a pop-up to the first baseman. Next batter is Matt Olson. He's a left-handed power hitter. He's got about 20 home runs, and he's gonna rip it to the second baseman, Odor. And he throws him out to retire the side. So yeah, it is, and DJ LeMahieu. And that's a 63, and that's lifted to center. Over is the center fielder, Canha. And he puts it away for out number one. Now it's Aaron Judge, big power hitting right-hander. He's 6'7", 275 pounds. And a 52, and that is going to be a bounce to the third baseman. Sure-handed Chapman fires to first. Two down. And here's Gary Sanchez from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. And he's batting over 200, has about 10, 11 home runs. He's got a pretty good card if you know APBA. 1 home run at 66, a 5 at 33, and a 5 at 11. Here's the pitch, and that's a 14. That's lifted to deep left field. Back goes the left fielder, and at the track is Kemp for the out. No runs, no hits. We go to the top of the second. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Watch our other videos, subscribe, and like. Moreland, he's a left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, and that's ball 4. So Moreland is walked. He heads to first base, and here comes Matt Chapman. Matt Chapman, right-handed hitting third baseman. Outstanding third baseman. It's a 5. And here's a pitch. That's a 35, and that's going to be back-to-back walks. No, because Germán is a Z, so that's going to be 2 balls. So here's the pitch, 2-0 the count. 51 is, again, 2 more balls, so that is a walk. Back-to-back base on balls. And nobody out here in the top of the second inning for the Athletics. Next is Sean Murphy. He's a slow because he's a slow-footed catcher, and he's an 8. And that's a 55, which is an 8. That's line base hit. And this is going to score. Oh, no, Moreland's going to hold up. They're going to hold him up. He's an S because otherwise these guys get thrown out very easily. So the bases are going to be loaded now with Athletics. You got Moreland at third. You got Chapman at second. You got Murphy at first. And here comes Seth Brown, left-handed hitting outfielder with real good power. He's got a 1 at 66 and a 1 at 11. So Germán checks the sign with Sanchez. The infield's playing halfway, looking for the double play. And here's the pitch, and it's a 53. That's a 17. That's going to force us to go and roll. We're going to roll again, and we're going to look at the randomizer chart. So the next roll is going to be a 51, and we're going to check that on the randomizer, and it says 18. Now, Torres is not a very good shortstop, makes a lot of errors, and with the bases loaded, we're going to have to look. He's a 7, so that puts him in fielding column 3. I use the advanced modifications, and those are in the book. They're just a paragraph. They're easy to follow. And an 18 is going to be first on error. Runner advances to base, E6. So 2 runs are going to score. And let's see. First on error, runners advance 2 bases. 2 runs will score on that. And both on errors. And it's going to be an E6. And that will send Murphy to third. So a potential double play that is blown by the shortstop Torres. And here comes Pinder with the bases loaded and nobody out. So this is a potential opportunity for a big inning here for the Athletics. Let's see what happens. So again, we're playing halfway, just trying to get out of this. So actually he's first and third now. Oh boy. My neighbor's doing something with the saw. Oh no, actually some guys are working on my house here. That's going to be a little bit annoying. Here's a pitch, and it's a 54. That's a fly ball, right field. It's a 32. A 54 becomes a 32, and that's a fly ball, right field. Let's see what happens here. The right fielder is a 3. Judge's a 3, so that's going to be a fly out, and they're going to hold. They're not going to test Judge's arm. That's going to be a 21, and that's going to be a fly ball to left this time. Our left fielder's only a 2. Let's see, and that's going to be a fly out. 1 scores, others hold unless he's an X. He is not an X. So it's going to be a sacrifice fly. Scoring is Murphy. Ooh, he's an S. He's going to hold up. No sac fly there because I hold all my S's. Unless there's 2 outs, and then I make him go. That's kind of my house rule. So it's going to be a fly to left, but Murph is he's a catcher, so he's going to hold up there. And 2 outs now. Now they'll take the extra base. Mark Canha, he grounded out in his appearance in the first inning. He's up, and here's the pitch, and it's a 64, strike 3. And Germán gets out of the inning, and it limits the damage to only 2 runs. It could have been a lot worse. It was 2 runs on 1 hit in the error. So it's going to be score is 2-0 Athletics, and we go to the bottom Pinder. And Germán winds and deals. Here's the pitch. Oh boy, that's a drive, deep left field. Back goes the left fielder. Who's out there? Frazier to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. Chad Pinder puts the A's up 3-0. And here's the pitch, a 21, and that's a fly ball left field. Racing in is Frazier, and he gets there. 1 down. 3-0 A's. Chad Pinder connects for a 4-bagger. And the A's lead at 3-0 here in the top of the 5th inning with 1 out. Germán is still on the mound for the Yankees. Here's Canha. And a 36, and that is going to be a pop-up to second base. And right there is Odor, puts it away, 2 down. Tony Kemp. Tony Kemp bats from the left side, and he's 0 for 2. He's popped up twice today. And here he lines one. Base hit, Tony Kemp. Kemp lines one to right center field. Played on a hop by Gardner. He gets it in. Kemp has speed. Better keep an eye on him, and Germán throws over a couple of times, keeping him close. Matt Olson steps in the box, fouls one off. And Germán looks over. Throws over again. Keep Kemp close. 3-0. Yanks are down right now. Top of the 5th inning with 2 outs. Olson, powerhouse. A lot of home runs. Got a 1 at 66, a 1 at 11. And then, of course, he's got zeros at 33 and 44 and 22. So he's got a powerhouse card if he keeps it up. Wow. And here's a pitch, and that's a deep fly ball to left center field, and back goes Frazier to the track and makes the catch. So he gave it a ride. 1 run on 2 hits. And the A's lead it here in the bottom of the 5th by a score of 3-0. So Appa will give you a very realistic game, as you can see. And it's Gleyber Torres leading off. He struck out in the 2nd inning. Bassitt checks, winds and deals. And that's a deep drive. And let's see what that's going to become. It's going to be way back, left field. Back goes Pinder to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. Home run, Gleyber Torres. Put it into the seats. About 370 feet from home plate. And it's a 3-1 score now. Gleyber Torres connects and gets the Yanks on the board. So Bassitt wishes he had that pitch back. And we go to the next batter, Urshela. Urshela is a right-handed hitter. He flied out to center field. Here's a pitch, and a 26 is strike 3. Gets Urshela to chase, and here's Odor. And that's a fly ball, center field. Backing up a few steps is Kenna, and he's there. And here's Clint Frazier. Frazier walked in his first at bat in the 3rd inning. Here's a pitch, and a 55. That's going to be a little ground ball and through the left side for a base hit for Frazier, so he's on at first. So the tying run in Brett Gardner. Gardner doesn't have a lot of power this year. He's only got, you would have to get into the 2nd column and roll 66, 11, 22, or 33, or 44. That's about it to get that home run to tie this ball game up. But here's a pitch to Gardner. That's a 64, and that is strike 3. Strikes him out. No run. Oh, 1 run on 2 hits, and the Yankees get on the board at 3-1. DJ LeMahieu, who is flied out and struck out here, he's up in the 6th inning. So this is going to be the 3rd time through the order for Bassitt. Let's see what happens. And that's a 51, and that will be a ground ball and through, base hit. Found the hole on that ground ball. And LeMahieu is on at first. And here you got some power coming up in Judge Sanchez and Stanton. So 1 swing of the bat, any one of these guys can tie this ball game up at 3 apiece. So Bassitt will proceed with caution. Checks the sign. Here's the pitch. And a 35 is a base on balls, but Bassitt is a Z, so that's going to be ball 2 on Judge. 2-0 the count. Throws over to keep LeMahieu close. Judge fouls one off. Tying run is at the plate, and Aaron Judge here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Yankees trail 3-1. 2 runs scored on an error by Torres, Gleyber Torres, and another A's run came on a solo home run by Pinder, the left fielder. And here's the pitch to Judge. And that's a 36. That will be ball 4. So 2 consecutive 14s. Puts runners on 1st and 2nd. And the pitching coach will travel to the mound to have a talk with Bassitt. Not going to pull him immediately. I mean, he did give up a home run, a leadoff. So we're going to get a couple guys warming up. And here's Gary Sanchez. Here's a pitch to Sanchez. That's a fly ball to right. Here's Giancarlo Stanton from Panorama City, California. 6'6", 240, a beast. And Bassitt sets and deals. Oh, a 13. That's going to be, again, ball 2 with 1st and 2nd. A Z is going to be ball 2. So count is 2-0 on Stanton. Fouls one off, 2-1. And here is the pitch. Oh, that's a deep drive. He got a hold of that one. That's way back. All the left fielder can do is look up, and the Yankees have taken a 4-3 lead. Giancarlo Stanton, mammoth home run, gives the Yankees the lead, drives in 3 runs. And I told you, 1 swing of the bat, any one of these guys can turn this game around. So it's going to be 4-3, and that looks like it's going to be all for Bassitt. 1 out. And the Yankees are up 4-3 thanks to Giancarlo Stanton, who got a hold of that one. And here's a pitch. That's a 63, and that's a drive center field. And right there is Canha for the out. 2 down. Well, 2 down now. Urshela's up now with nobody on and 2 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Bassett is still in there. We didn't pull him. We did not pull Bassett. And that's a snake eyes, and that's going to be a drive. 1 hop the wall. Urshela digging for second. Here's the throw, the slide, the tag, and he is safe. 2 out double. And that will be it. That will be it for Bassett. He gets pulled right here and right now. And we're going to bring in the righty Petit. Yusmeiro Petit. And his name is going to be Luzardo. And there he is. He's a Y pitcher, a DY. We'll use Petit, but just... Here's a pitch. A 32 is bounced to the second baseman. And that is Kemp up with it over to first, and that retires the side. But the Yanks pick up 3 runs on that 3-run home run by Giancarlo Stanton. And they have taken a 4-3 lead. And again, I just go by the guys that they use. I'm going to bring in Cessa. So Luis Cessa is going to come in here in the top of the 7th inning. And 3, that's going to be a drive, and that's going to split the outfielders and roll to the wall. Playing the carom is the center fielder Gardner, and digging for second is Brown. Here's the throw, not nearly in time. A leadoff double for Seth Brown off of Luis Cessa. So the tying run is at second base. Here's a pitch from Cessa. That's a 26, and that is strike 3. Big strikeout for Cessa. And Lowry doesn't like the call, heads back to the bench, mumbling to himself. Here comes Andrus, Elvis Andrus. He, long time, I think, Texas Ranger, right? And he bats from the right side. He will bat. He's basically their main shortstop. Here's Canha, and here's a pitch. And a 45, that's ball 4. Canha's next. So this was Andrews walks. First base was open, so that's going to put runners on first and second with only 1 out. Mark Canha's coming to bat. You know what? We're gonna let Cessa go 1 more. Then we're going to bring in Cortez to face the lefties. All right, here goes. So runners on first and second, 1 out. The score is 4-3 Yanks. Here in the top of the 7th inning. This game was played Saturday, just a couple of days ago. And here's the pitch. It's a 13. That's going to be a base on balls. That will load the bases. And that will be it. Now we're going to bring in Cortez. Cortez, a left-hander. Nestor Cortez. And he is an AXW, another one that's wild, probably throws really hard and is wild. And he will face Tony Kemp. We could bring a pinch hitter in for Kemp and leave Lowry in there to play second base. So we will do that. We're going to bring in pinch hit with Piscotti. Piscotti will end up being in left field. So Piscotti, he will be the pinch hitter, left fielder, and he will come right in here to pinch hit. So Kemp is out, Piscotti's in, bases loaded, infield is going to be in. And I hate to do that, but there's no choice. We don't want that tying run to score here in the top of the 7th inning. There's 1 out. Here's a pitch. It's a 46. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Nestor Cortez. Bases loaded. Strikeout of the pinch hitter, Stephen Piscotty. Wow. 2 outs now, and here comes the lefty, power hitting lefty, who's 0 for 3 today. He's grounded out and flied out twice. Matt Olson. Man, and this guy's got tremendous power. Got a 1 at a 66 and a 1 at 11. Zeros at 33, 22, and 44. I will be broadcasting from Colorado at some point in July, so kind of hit on subscribe and then the bell so you can be alerted to that. From Colorado, live from Colorado. I will be, definitely will be streaming live from Colorado. Maybe even do it from the ballpark. Who knows? May even do it from the ballpark. All right, so it's Olson with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Cessa the lefty, Cortez the lefty versus Olson. And here's the pitch. And that is strike 3, and he gets them. Back-to-back Ks by Cortez. Huge. And the A's failed to come through, and they strand 3 base runners. Go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Yankees are up 4-3. Clint Frazier leading off. And we got a righty and a lefty, and then we're going to have another righty. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring in a new pitcher, somebody who's a little bit better, and it's going to be Petite or Pettit, however you want to call it. Got some changes. Lowry is at second base, and in right field we're going to have Piscotty. I'm sorry, left field we're going to have Piscotty. And here's Frazier, Clint Frazier, who is 1 for 1 with a walk. All right, we're continuing our game. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Yankees lead it 4-3. The big hit was a 3-run home run by Giancarlo Stanton against Bassett. Bassett is out. Now it's Pettit. Pettit will be facing Frazier, Gardner, and LeMahieu in the bottom of the 7th. This is Saturday's game, playing 2021. Yes, you can do that too. And at no cost. All you have to do is know the rules or have a set of rules or email me. Let's see. Let's roll. I'm using an online dice roller. And it's going to be a fly ball, center field. Over is Canna, and he gets under it and hauls it in for out number 1. Next up is Gardner. Gardner's 0 for 2. He's grounded out to third, and he's struck out. So Frazier flied out. Now it's Gardner, and Brett Gardner bats from the left side. Here's a pitch, and a 34, and that's popped up. Shallow center. Back goes the second baseman, Lowry, and the shortstop, Andrews, and racing in is Canna, and Canna calls him off for out number 2. Top of the order, LeMahieu, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. And a 23 is going to be a bouncer. A 12 is going to be, let's see, a bouncer to the third baseman, Chapman. Up with it, over to first, and that retires the side. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the top of the 8th inning. 4-3 Yankees here at Yankee Stadium. 2021. And it's going to be Mitch Moreland leading it off. We may see a pinch hitter because the Yankees do have Cortez, the lefty. So let's see. You know what? We're going to bring in Laureano. So Laureano will pinch hit and then stay in as the DH. So Laureano's in there. And here is the pitch. A ground ball hit hard up the middle, and Torres is there. Spins and throws the first. Low throw scooped out by LeMahieu for out number 1. So nice play on both ends. On one side, nice play by Torres to get to the ball, showing his range. And on the other end, it was a nice scoop. Flashing the leather a little bit. LeMahieu at first base. He plays multiple positions. And here's Matt Chapman. Chapman today is 0 for 2. Flied out, struck out, but he also walked and scored a run. Here's a pitch, and a 15 is going to be a 9. And a 9 against Cortez is going to be a pop-up right side. Third baseman. He's there, makes the catch. 2 down. And here's Sean Murphy. Pitch to Murphy. 64. Strike 3, and he gets him. No runs, no hits, none left. We move to the bottom of the 8th inning. What a game. APBA Basic. Very simple, but gets the job done. 4-3 game, so it's a close one. Aaron Judge. And Pettit will go an extra inning. We'll see what happens. 66. Oh, boy, that's a drive deep left field. Back goes the left fielder. Who's out there? Piscotty to the track, to the wall. That's out of here. 5-3 Yankees. So the Judge, all rise. He connects. with a home run, and he's 1 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored. Gives the Yanks an insurance run. They lead it 5-3 now here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Gary Sanchez is up. He's an S7 catcher. Has a lot of passed balls, so I gave him a lower rating. Couldn't give the Yanks a terrible rating because they still have a winning record. So their rating sometimes has to do with the record as well. And here goes. Here's the pitch. And that's a 65. That's popped up. It's an even inning. As long as he's not a W, and Pettit is not a W. So that is a catcher. Puts it away. 1 down. Here's Giancarlo Stanton. He's 2 for 3 today with a 3-run home run. So he's enjoying a nice day. And a 25 is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Up with it is Andrews over to first in time. 2 down. And Gleyber Torres. Gleyber Torres has a solo home run. He's 1 for 3 today. Here's a pitch and a 5-4, and that's flied out. Right field near the line, and right there is the right fielder, Brown. And that retires the side. So the Yanks pick up a run on the home run, the solo shot by Judge. And they lead it 5-3, go to the top of the 9th. Last licks, and here comes Garcia, the backup catcher, is gonna pinch hit. And here's a pitch from Chapman at 56. That is a 34, which should be a strikeout, and it is. 1 away. So Garcia chases a slider at 96 miles an hour, and he goes down on strikes. And here comes Lowry, Brett Lawrie, or Jed Lowrie. He pinch hit and struck out in the 7th, and then stayed in to play second base. And here's a pitch, 32. That's bounced to the second baseman. Up with it is Odor over to first and in time. 2 down, so the Yanks are 1 out away from victory. They lead it by a score of 5-3. Elvis Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 2 and walked. Flied out twice and walked. Top of the 9th. Chapman checks the sign from Sanchez. He sets and deals. And that is a drive. That's a base hit. It's cut off by the center fielder Gardner. So it's a single, and brings the tying run to the plate. Here comes Canha. So 2 out, 1 on. Top of the order here against Chapman, Mark Canha. He's got good power. A home run here will tie the game up. The Yanks are up 5-3. Here goes. Here's the pitch. And it's a 36, and that is with a runner on first. That's going to be a strike 3. Ball game over. And the stare by Chapman. Yanks win it. No runs. 1 hit here in the top of the 9th inning. They win it by a score of 5-3. The victory is going to go to Germán. I believe Germán was still pitching when the Yanks took that lead. Germán went, he went 6. And the Yanks took the lead in the bottom of the 6th. So Germán will get the victory. Chapman will get the save. Everybody in between gets a hold. And the losses with 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. The A's with 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The win is going to go to Germán. The loss to Bassett, home runs. You're going to have Pinder for the A's, but Torres, Stanton, and Judge for the Yankees. Thanks for watching. This is Tony Porter. Remember to like and subscribe. I wish you the best. See you soon.